What's going on today, guys? As you can see in there, we've got stuff everywhere in the shop. We're working on some glide baits, working on some whopper ploppers. Season's kind of winding down, unfortunately, but we're working on some stuff before we get there. Right now, let's see what we got here. We just got some stuff and some goodies in the mail yesterday. Bada bing, bada boom. We did not film an unboxing, which is not really characteristic of us. We usually always film our unboxings, but we are a little excited. Now, these are not new. These are a ridge worm. Throw those around on the shaky. And these are not new. These are just a little glitch. Sunfish. These are glitch 3-inch. Smallie snack and sunfish. The ridge worm was plum. Now, these are what I'm excited for. Okay, so this is the Busa shaky worm. Cool. Cool. And the Busa Neds. These are brand new. Smallie Smoke, Candy Brownie. These are really killer colors. Obviously haven't used them yet, but just looking at them, they look like they're going to be killer. And we got the Bongo, which is also brand new. That'll be a nice little trailer. Throw that on a Ned rig. It's actually a Ned bait. I'm going to use this for a trailer for compact jigs and downsized chatterbaits, as well as Ned rigs. So we're gonna rig some of those up. I'm gonna probably throw on a shaky head. Oh, I got a little special one for you that's perfect for the fall winter transition. It's very slept on. I'll show you guys that. So we're gonna get rigged up, and I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, guys. So here in New York, it is 55 today. It was a little bit warmer yesterday. It's in the mid 50s. It's in the mid 50s again today. So we have had 2 warmer days, but besides that, for about the last week or so, we've been 30s, 40s. Freezing at night. It's winter transition fully. Fall was short-lived here in New York. You know, we transitioned to fall and then to winter within 2 weeks, realistically, in most of our bodies of water. So we are looking to finesse fishing. We're going to be specifically today and for the next week or 2 of fishing focused on 4 main baits. This is just a weightless wacky. That's going to be a staple. That's been a staple that's a staple spring, fall, summer when it's hot. That's a staple through the year. That's just a finesse. Yeah, just as a finesse staple. Weightless wacky, weightless Texas, kind of interchangeable in my book, depending on where you're fishing, what kind of structure you're fishing. So that's going to be number 1. And that's going to stay tied, like I said, for me, mostly through the year. Now, number 2, for me, it's going to be a drop shot. Of course. I like to throw it with a little size 1 owner cover shot. I'm going to tie up a glitch with probably, I'll put an 1/8 ounce with about a 14-inch leader. I'm fishing somewhere shallow today, so we're keeping a short leader. I thought I'd just show you guys this since we're here. This is where I store my extra line. Right in the front of my black packs. Right now there's just 10, 12, and 20 pound on here. Usually I also have 6 pound on here. It's inside at the moment, so. But I just want to show you guys that since we're here rigging up anyway. Cover shot, size 1. It's a great hook. Lets you throw these things up into some structure, some laydowns, all types of branches and wood. Okay, so we got weightless wacky drop shot. Now this is my trout combo. This is a Shimano Sensilite, which is a 7-foot light. It's a 7-foot light extra fast rod with the little 1000 size Tatula on there. We throw in these guys. It's the hover rig from Core Tackle. These are the 3/64 ounce 1/0 hook. I removed the weed guard from mine. So if you guys aren't familiar, the rigging process on these. That's what you want to end up with. So you want to hold it up. Okay, so I know I got to come out in the middle of there, and I got to go in just behind the eyes. So then you come in, go down to the middle of the bait, thread, 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 keep it straight, Probably not even in frame, and I'm not. Thread, thread, thread till you come out of where you predetermined you need to come out. Then you'll pull this down. And when you get to here, now here's the tricky part. You want to just pull this up and over without ripping your plastic. And that's the hardest part of the whole rigging process. And once you get that down and you end up with that, it's just so downsized, and that's just a killer. It's going to get this nice spiral foaling action, as well as when you keep a taut line, it'll get a gliding foaling, or a hover effect, if you will. This is a great piece of terminal. This is derived from the hover strolling technique. It's a touch different. It puts the weight inside of the bait rather than out front of the bait. Definitely gives a different presentation. It holds a lot of the same characteristics as the traditional hover strolling, but I think it's a nice different presentation at the same time. Fourth combo, BFS. We're gonna fish a Ned rig. We're gonna go 10-pound leader, Ned rig, very straightforward. And I think just because I know where we're going, I know what the water typically looks like. It's usually halfway tannic, but that doesn't even make sense. What I was trying to say is, it's usually tannic, but halfway decent visibility. So we're gonna go with these brownie candy, which is like a nice brown with like a, I don't know if you guys can really see, it's like a brown, but it's see-through with a kind of a pinkish red hue on the other side. So it's like, I think it'd be really good for that tannic water with some level of light and some level of visibility. That's honestly kind of a little big for a Ned rig, in my opinion. I should have bit it down, but we're gonna try it like that first. So that's our 4 combos, right? We got a drop shot, Ned rig, hover rig, and a wacky. Wacky's kind of like just thrown in there. That's not really anything special. Here's one that I think gets overlooked, or maybe a lot of guys just don't even know about them. It's going for this guy. So that's your ridge worm from 6 Cents. Doesn't have to be this worm. They also have a Busa shaky worm. And actually, I think I'm gonna start with the Busa over the ridge worm. And we're gonna go with that plum bug. It's like a reddish. It's got some blue. It's a red, purple, blue kind of mix. And we're gonna throw that right there. That, my friends, is a 3/16 ounce finesse rugby jig. So the benefit to throwing this finesse rugby jig over your standard shaky head is 2 things. One, this is easier to stay weedless. When you do get a bite, this is EWG, so there's more gap, more room for that plastic to fold down and out of the way. When you fish it at the bottom, and you give it those little hops, it's still gonna stand up, all the weight's there. It's a rugby, so it shouldn't get too pinched between rocks. It should come through wood okay in most situations. But the biggest added benefit, and that's in my opinion, is the fact that this being on a rugby rig, what you can't do with, you know, a lot of your traditional shaky head worms are gonna be with a little flat spot with the screw lock. The benefit over this is that if I retrieve this faster, this will give a little kick and a wobble as it swims through the column, and I think that's where it shines. And we're just gonna throw this guy. You can throw this on a medium heavy or a medium combo. I'm gonna throw it on a bait caster. It's a little bit, this is only a 3/16 ounce, like I said, so it's a little bit lighter, so make sure you take that into account when you decide on the combo. But I think this is a killer bait for the winter transition. And I think it's enough talking. Let's get down to the water and show you guys some of these lures in action. We just made it out to the water. If you guys have seen some of my previous videos, you might have seen this little spot before. This is a little urban pond. It's like a retention pond. It's behind a deli, and there's a Lowe's over there, some houses. So it's a very urban setting. The average depth in here is like probably 2 feet, 1.5 feet, 2 feet. Oh, I just saw a fish right over there, cruising. Look at the pickerel. There are pickerel and bass in here. And so to get things started, we're going to toss around this Busa 3.3 Ned on our BFS. So it looks pretty good in the water. You guys definitely can't see that, but it's got a nice little tail wiggle like you'd expect. So it's right now 1:45. We are going to fish till about 4 o'clock so we can get home to watch my Giants get destroyed by a team who just fired their head coach and their general manager. We're not going to talk about that. Anyway, yeah, we'll probably fish for about 3 hours is my point. It's been so weird here in New York. Warm, cold. But, I mean, that's just the name of the game this time of the year. But I have not had much luck my last 2 outings. You know, at this point, I don't even know if you guys will ever be seeing this, because the last 2 times we set out to film, we didn't even catch enough fish to make a video. Now, I built this cup holder the other day, and it's got some holes so you can hang your hooks, and got my phone in it, which is actually kind of scary. I think what I'm gonna do is try and mount it here somewhere. I gotta get a little square. Oh yeah, there's fish. I just spooked off another fish. I don't know if you guys can see down into the water. Look at that, all that stirred up dirt. So there's fish around right in this area. Again, I'm not sure if those are carp or bass. Extra spooky, could be carp. The drop shot should have stayed back because, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see. If you can tell how shallow this water is, but we are literally like right here in 1.5 feet tops. I mean, we from there to my paddle, so 2 feet of water. I'm exaggerating a bit. Looks more shallow than it is. There's one, guys. There's one, finally. Finally, we haven't even been here that long. Shouldn't say finally. He's not big, but it's hard to tell on these guys. On this little BFS combo, everything feels decent. Alrighty, guys. We'll start the day out on a 1/4 pounder with fries. 1/4 pounder with cheese. A little 1/4 pounder with cheese and a side of fries. Let's go. There's one on the Busa. That's the Candy Brownie Ned. So, confirmed. These new 6 cents finesse plastics, they catch them. We'll throw this around for just a touch more. As soon as I snapped that guy through some right through some of the grass, the dying grass, believe it or not. Snapped it through, ate it. There's one, guys. Little guy. Another 1/4 pounder with cheese. Fish number 2. That was an 1/8 pounder. Ace pounder with cheese. See you, buddy. You gonna do a trick for us? You're pretty active for how cold it is. Yeah, there he goes. Man, it's an aggressive little guy, especially for the temperature. It's much colder on this portion of the pond also than it was over there where it's sitting in the sun. I mean, obviously. Just saying though. Yeah, so this Boosa Ned rig is definitely a wintertime killer, man. I mean, Ned rig in general is a wintertime killer, but I'm liking this Boosa Ned a lot. Definitely a fan. Well, we got 2 on the Boosa Ned in less than an hour, which, with the way that the fishing has been in my area, that's a win. All right, guys, so it's been about, well, for you guys it's been about 10 seconds. For me, it's been almost a week. We're gonna do some bank fishing for the second half of this video. Sticking with the theme, we are still in an urban setting. We are at the spot on this college campus here. Water's over there. And we are going to start with something super unconventional here. We're going to take this new 6-ounce Bongo, and we're going to thread him onto this tush swim bait hook from Core Tackle. And we're going to see what kind of bait fish profile that gives us. Honestly, just holding it up like that, I'm digging it. So let's see what we're working with here. So this is meant to be like a Ned rig bait, but we were already fishing Ned rig in this video, so I'd rather try something different, something a little more unconventional. And I actually really like the way that looks on there. So we're gonna fish this. We're gonna toss that around on this is actually the brand new Bass X, and good on a Miraval 10-pound line, 6-pound leader. And then our other combo we're gonna bring is gonna be that secret weapon I told you guys about. This is that finesse 3/16-ounce rugby jig, and we're gonna throw that also on a Bass X. And there's your difference between the new and old. No, I'm just kidding. There's more differences than that, and I don't know what they are. It's more than just the color. We had a wake, something following it. Huh, that's for sure. We disturbed something, guys. There we go, guys. There's one. Nope, he came off. Oh man, he came off. Ugh. Something just hit me. I broke him off, guys. I forgot him on 6-pound. I ripped my whole leader right off. What an idiot. There we go, guys. There's one. And he got off too. Oh my goodness. He got off as well. They're just taking the end, man. We lost 4 fish. And yeah, it's freezing out to even get 4 bites. I mean, I completely dropped the bag. I fumbled the bag on that one. So we're back. Last time we were here a few days ago, we lost 4 fish. Had a nice little warm front. It's been like 50+ degrees. It's actually like 60 today for the last 2 days, which is a nice change. But we're gonna start off with this Bongo on the tush, and we'll see what happens. I just lost one. Let me see, felt like it was a bite. Might have just been another weed. That felt like a bite. Here we go. I do have one, guys. He bit it so gently, couldn't even tell. Get up here. Oh, a decent one too, guys. Let's go. I couldn't even tell I had him. He bit it so gently. I set the hook and then reeled up and felt like nothing was there. But he was there. I just did not feel him. I'm surprised I didn't lose him just because of that. This guy does not want to give me my hook back though. Thank you, sir. That's a decent guy. It's a 2-pounder at least, guys. Let's go. Thank you, sir. Popping that bottom. And there's one. On the bongo. On the tush. Unconventional. Got her done. Let's go. We've only been here for 7 minutes. This little warm front might have these guys' metabolism going just a little bit. But I'll tell you what, man, he ate that thing so softly. That's actually insane. I literally didn't even know I had a fish, guys. I literally did not even know I had a fish. Now, we know that bongo's catching them. Now let's see if the new Boosa shaky Ned, Boosa shaky worm will catch him. We know the Boosa Ned worm catches him. And we know we got some bites on this guy the other day. Let's see what we can't make happen. Let's go, guys. And that right there is why you always set the hook, even if you're not sure. I thought I was in grass after I set the hook. Well, still got the fish. Felt him bite, set the hook, and even when I thought I was wrong and ended up being right, still made that catch. So now we got this guy. I did show you guys in the last time we tried filming, but I don't know if I put any of those clips. If anything, I'll probably just put the clips of the fish I missed. Excuse me. I did show you guys last time, but I don't even know if I'm going to use any of what I filmed last time I was here. If anything, I'll probably just show you the clips from where I missed all my fish, since we didn't catch anything. But this is what we're throwing around now. It's that Boosa shaky worm, like we said. We're throwing that around on a 3/16 VMC rugby jig. I like to throw these in lieu of a shaky head. I think they're they stay a little bit more weedless. It's a slightly different action. Less people throw them, so the fish definitely see less of them. And then also the added benefit of, oh, that might have been grass, or another super soft bite like the last one. Either way, yeah, I had one there. I think I had one. Oh, I know I had one. All right, to the car. Let me go get some plastics. All right, guys. Well, we finally made it back, and you know, I think we proved that the new 6 cents baits definitely do catch fish. Can catch fish, because we didn't do much catching the fish. I think we got like a few the other day, missed a bunch the second time we tried to fish, and then just now we were here for a little over an hour and 20 minutes. Super windy, not cold today, luckily, but super windy. Conditions are still just as tough as they have been. You know, 1 or 2 warm days doesn't really change that. But I think we've proven by the amount of missed bites that we've had that these baits definitely are effective. The Boosa shaky worm is awesome. It's got a lot of action. Keep getting short strikes on it. which is kind of why I don't like fishing shaky heads to begin with. I feel like by the time you get one that's large enough, you get up into a big enough weight where it's hardly even finesse. So today I was fishing the rugby jigs, 3/16 of an ounce, borderline finesse, still getting short strikes, and that's a 3/0 hook, I think. It's a large hook, but that's just the name of the game with that style of fishing. The Ned bait works great, the Boost Ned works great. The Bongo, that one's a killer. I'll probably never fish that on a standard Ned rig. I'll probably always fish that on the Tush swim bait jig, because that was just such a beautiful combo. As you can see, the fish do go crazy for it. Missed a couple the other day and caught one very quickly on it today. And I think the Bongo is my favorite out of all of those. Well, that being said, thanks for watching. I'm rambling. I'm gonna go get some Burger King. See you guys in the next one.